Good morning. How are we all doing today? Good. So before we dive into things, I just want to say our most valuable asset is time. We have families, we have personal responsibilities, we have professional responsibilities, we have our social media commitments, we have all these things going on, including mic issues. You have all these things going on in your life, and you decide to come here today. I go outside, you could have been at Wreck Beach, sun tanning, enjoying your Saturday afternoon there. But thank you. And because of your time, I just want to say that I'm going to be on stage multiple times today. And my goal and intention in being here today is to authentically serve you, to authentically provide value, to help you understand what eliciting sciences is about. Times that you might feel challenged and questioning what's going on. And I just invite you to keep an open mind, an open heart, and just be open to the possibilities. It was because I was open to a possibility 25 years ago is the reason why I'm standing on this stage. So I wanted you to look at that picture up there of me. You can see I look a little bit different. So one of my big things is every single year, I know one of the catalysts for change and growth is to do something different. So in December, I went on Pinterest, and I started searching around, saying, what's the coolest thing for guys in 2017? And there was two options. One, you could grow it out, but then you kind of go through that, awkward Casey Affleck look. I didn't think that'd be appropriate, especially being on stage here. The other was to go for the fade. So we went for the fade. So that's my bedhead meets Corey Hart look, and this is the fade. So I want to show our hands. Who's good with the fade? Woo! We go with the fade? Okay. Who loves Corey Hart? Yeah. Oh, the fade's to stay. It's staying. I'm sorry. It's absolutely staying. It's not going, because it's all about the change, right? That's the other thing I'll say is that when you've been on a path of self-development, self-discovery, connecting with who you are, you begin to care a lot less about what others think of you, and you begin to care a lot more about what other people think of themselves. So, sorry guys, fade's here to stay. Before we dive into things, I want to talk about three things. 3 decisions that impact your everyday life. 3 decisions that you have no idea are going on within you at every moment of every single day. And based on those decisions, it impacts where you end up. Number 1, whatever you focus on expands. And when it expands, you feel something. Is this good? Is this bad? Am I moving forwards? Am I moving backwards? And based on those feelings, it'll mean something to you. What does it mean? Is the universe punishing me? Is this a good thing? Am I moving forward in my life? Is this a bad thing? I want you to think about a time when you first fell in love. Imagine the first month that you fell in love. Oh, sweetie, can you get me some tea? Absolutely, I'll get you some tea, no problem. What tea would you like? You go to the kitchen. Oh, there's no tea. You know what? No problem. I'll get in the car. I'll go to the grocery store. I'll pick it up. You go to the car. You turn the keys. You know what? Car doesn't start. You go back in. You know what? I'm just going to run 10 kilometers to the grocery store. No problem, sweetie. We'll get you the tea. What does it mean to you? 10 years later? Sweetie, can I have some tea? Man, I got to walk 10 feet to the kitchen and grab some tea. Whatever you focus on expands, then it means something to you. I'll tell you a little secret. If you don't want anything to end in your life, be and do and act like the person that's always beginning. You want a better relationship? How were you in the beginning? Be that person. You want to be a great entrepreneur with that fire, that zest, that energy? Think about how you were in the beginning. Because life sometimes beats us down and jades us.
and moves us in the wrong direction. So what you focus on expands. It means something to you, and based on that, you do something. What are you going to do? What's your behavior? Based on those feelings, based on what it's meaning. Many of you have met me. Many of you have read my book. I just want to quickly share a little bit about my journey and my life. Because these three things controlled my journey and got me to a place where I almost lost my life. I was raised on the other side of the tracks. I was raised in a world of crime, violence, and drugs. And that's what I focused on. And what did it mean to me? It meant I had to become tough and invincible in that environment. And as I became tough and invincible in that environment and made those choices, I started getting external rewards from that environment. I started moving forward in my life in that environment. And as a result of that, I thought I was living this beautiful, great life. From age 14 to 18, my life was an absolute disaster and gong show from the outside. Because I thought that microcosm of a world that I lived in was how the entire planet was. See, I was raised in the poorest, most challenging community in my entire country. And I thought the whole world was like that. Because that's what we think. That's where our perception gets locked. And when I was 18 years old, this is what I focused on. When I was 18 years old, those of you who see my TED Talk know this, because I share it in there. When I was 18 years old, I said, man, the idea of staying here was far less appealing than actually going. And I got a sawed-off shotgun, I put it in my mouth, and I tried to put a hole in the back of my head. And it was a failed suicide attempt. Thank you, universe. But guess what? The second that happened, something switched. That focus all of a sudden went from wanting to be here a little bit more than actually leaving. For the past 25 years, I've been on a journey. I've been on a healing journey. I've been on a self-discovery journey. I spent 11 years in post-secondary school. Every single day when I was in post-secondary school, I read at least one research article. I stopped counting, but I've read and referenced well over 5,000 books and research articles, all related to health, healing, and maximizing human potential. And I don't share that to impress you. I simply share that to help you understand how important integrity and how important values are to me. Because just over a year ago, I had a conversation with a gentleman, and his name was Apollo. And during that conversation, we chatted about health, we chatted about life, we chatted about personal development, we chatted about human potential. And it was crystal clear to me that there was something different about this gentleman. And what was different is that him and I spoke the same language, which in my world is extremely rare. Professionally, over the last 16 years, I have been approached by countless opportunities and countless companies with various products, and some of which actually look quite appealing. But as I delved further and further into it and started reading between the lines, what I saw was companies choosing profits over people. Some of you sitting out there, some of you new, don't understand the opportunity. Your arms might be crossed. Someone might have twisted your arm to be here. That's good. I felt that way too. And you should feel that way. But I share with you that I'm standing here because I've done my due diligence. I've been through this company inside out. And Apollo actually called Rod and said, you need to speak to Dr. Sukhi. This guy speaks our own language. And Rod went, yeah, whatever. And then when I actually met him, he's like, who are you? We talked about bringing things, people, to a place of excellence, bringing things to a place of perfection. You You ever have one of those conversations with someone what's a total pie in the sky conversation? It's like, well, how's that going to happen? It's just like this dreamy thing about what was possible, not for just him and I, but what was possible for all of humanity. I stand up here, a part of this company, standing behind this company, becoming good friends with these two gentlemen on the screen, and I'm here to share that there was no accident that we met. I've done some pretty cool things in my life, directly impacted tens of thousands of people. My work indirectly has impacted, through my mentorship, hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Rod, our CEO, he's been an elite entrepreneur. I'm an elite Sukhi, he's an elite entrepreneur. He's been president of investment firms in manufacturing, real estate, technology, food and beverage. He has the business acumen and the foundation to build an amazing company. In his early 20s, he also built himself to be in the top 1% of the largest direct sales company, showing that this is a proven model, and it works. Paulo Ono, I mean, what can I say about this guy? 8-time Olympian, world champion skater. He's been on ABC, NBC, Fox, Jay Leno Show, Rosie O'Donnell Show. He's won Dancing with the Stars. I think he was in It to Win It. I don't even know what that is, but some kind of game show kind of thing. The piece I'll share with you is this. A gentleman like Apollo, his entire brand is his reputation. If his brand is tarnished in any shape or form, he can't do what he does. And he would be with us here today, but he's actually being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame today in the US. We're actually trying to get him on live stream later on this afternoon so we could hear his speech. So again, I share that not to impress you, but to impress upon you the values and the integrity that we have here at Elysian Sciences and what we care about. Because our mission is to maximize human potential so people can be the absolute best that they can be. And I'm here to tell you, nobody on the planet is doing this like Elysian Sciences. We have a platform that's scientifically validated that takes this pie-in-the-sky idea and makes it available not just to you, but every single human being on the planet, if they have a smartphone or a computer. That's profound. That's a big idea. How do we do this? We do this through a 3-part system. I'm briefly going to talk about the nutrition. I'm going to talk about my favorite product in a moment, but we have the most clinically advanced nutrition, which I'll talk about. We have an education platform. That education platform consists of you developing you. And this is what I'm here to tell you. 80% of success in your life has to do with what's between your ears. 20% is mechanics. Whether you're an athlete, a parent, an entrepreneur, a teacher, doesn't matter who you are. 80% is between your ears and what you believe. For 25 years, I've been immersed every single day in personal development. That's the primary reason I've been on this stage. Just over a decade ago, I've been involved with brain nootropic nutrition. And just a couple years ago, I became involved with training. The most advanced biological system with it is the brain and the nervous system. If you want a stronger heart, do you sit on the couch and become a couch potato? Or do you go out, go for a jog, and you exercise? Exactly. This, my friends, is a use it or lose it vehicle. Exercise and train your brain and nervous system. It's a 3-part system that I'm going to give a brief overview. 18 Health Canada approved recommended uses. People read that and say, yeah, that's cool. No, it is effing cool. That product right there, is actually better than most companies' entire product lines. You can say to people, because it's been clinically approved, backed by science. That's a profound statement, my friends. This brain nootropic, nutrition for your brain, this is what it does for you. Relaxation, peripheral circulation, mental endurance. You know that brain fog you get 2, 3 o'clock, and you want to just turn down the volume in life? This is a solution for that. Cognitive function, clarity and awareness. How closed are the blind? It's hard to do with a mic. How closed are the blinders in your life? Do you see possibilities? Like a horse? Or do you see all your possibilities available? This can increase your clarity and awareness. Working memory, will get to that. Motivation. The number one thing I've noticed in the past year and a bit being on this product is procrastination. Yes, I had procrastination. Procrastination has went on the shelf. I no longer procrastinate. That's been the biggest thing that I've noticed. Mood and social ease. People are stressed. People feel anxious. Exercise tolerance. We could all benefit from that. And stress. I'm a healthcare practitioner. I'm here to tell you 95% of illness and diseases are lifestyle related, and it's because of stress. This product supports all these processes. Increase in attention, increase in your memory capacity, increase in memory speed. 8-week clinical trial, scientifically validated. When you increase your memory speed, that's like adding more chips when you're trying to retrieve something in your brain and nervous system and sending more messengers. It's like going to the library, old school, have one librarian versus 100 librarians trying to retrieve that book in the back end. Turning in your old computer and going to the Mac store and get the latest and greatest. It works a little smoother, things a little faster, because it has more capacity. That's how our brain works. You put that together, that's almost 25%. That's like shaving off 15 minutes every hour, an hour every 4 hours. In a 16-hour day, that's like 4 hours. That's what I feel like. That's profound, my friends, and it's scientifically backed. 30-day mind mastery. I'm going to get into this later this afternoon. It's a complete program, personal development program. My friends, we haven't even gotten warmed up. We are going to build out the advanced awareness 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, several years from now to be the place for personal development. No, it's not all my stuff. I source the latest and greatest. Tony Robbins comes up with something great. Guess what? It's going on our app. All the best personal development stuff, all the great teachers, all their stuff, their tools, their strategies is going to be available on the Advanced Awareness app. Cognifit, scientifically validated brain training program. The same way you train a bicep muscle, you train your brain and your nervous system. Use it or lose it. Scientifically validated to ward off dementia, depression, ADHD, Alzheimer's disease, MS, Parkinson's. The list goes on and on and on. And this is not through us. And when you're on your monthly order of Mastermind, our flagship product, you have a relationship, we have a relationship where your membership with Cognifit is absolutely free. So you're taking nutrition, you're expanding your mind through advanced awareness techniques on the app. You're training your brain and nervous system, a 3-pronged approach. So you're taking science, education, and the one important thing that I'll share with all of you. They did a 75-year Harvard study, and they wanted to know what made people feel happy and fulfilled. And guess what? It had nothing to do with how much money they made, had nothing to do with where they lived, what kind of house they lived in, what kind of car they drove. Scientifically proven, validated over 75 years by Harvard. It was all about love and connection. When people felt love and connection in their 70s and 80s and 90s, they could look back on their life and feel complete and fulfilled. Why do I share that? I share that because We created a platform where we create community. Facebook, Instagram, gamification is all available on the mobile app. It's still developing. As it develops, we'll have the opportunity to connect with people all over the world. You'll be able to chat with people. You'll be able to give them a heart because you like what they said. Show some love. Life is a big part of community. Community at these events that we'll talk about years from now. Hey, remember we're at the Sheraton and there were 6 people in the room? Because we're now at Rogers Arena and there's 10,000 people in the room? We will talk about that. Three-part approach, my friend, which I believe is for nutrition, the advanced awareness science, training through Cognifit, all brought together on iOS, desktop, mobile platform, available for anyone, anywhere. Ved's going to talk more about the company side. Yes, we are still in pre-launch. These are the countries that we're in. So raise your hand if you know at least one person in one of these countries. Come on, raise your hand if you know at least one person in one of these countries. Thank you. Canada, States, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Australia, Taiwan, Japan, Macau, New Zealand. And we're still in pre-launch. We'll talk more about the official launch. My friends, the future of healthcare. I started telling people 17 years ago. I said, the future of healthcare has to do with the brain and nervous system. And I would say, you watch, in the next 30 to 40 years, people are going to start talking about this. And I'll say, for 25 years, I've been plugging in personal development. For a decade, I've been plugging in the nutrition, which we're a fraction of what Mastermind is. And for the past couple years, I've been plugging in brain and nervous system exercises. This, my friends, is the future. You have an opportunity to be a part of a company that is the wave of the future. This is a ubiquitous product, a ubiquitous platform, which simply means everybody on the planet can benefit. People in other companies, I want them to crush it in their companies with our platform. Athletes, parents, entrepreneurs, teachers, children, you name it. We all have the opportunity to share something. And that's what it is. It's sharing because we authentically care. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a bit. Do you need that?